alongside Greg Anthony and Coach Dan Van Gundy. And joining us from the sidelines is David Aldridge. So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. White in at shooting guard, with Brown playing small forward. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. And it's Pritchard in at the point guard position. And for Minnesota, Keefe is out there with Walker. Then there's Anthony Edwards. Then it's prime time, and it's Gobert in at the pivot, manning the middle. And peer through your coach's lens just a second for us. And what are you trying to accomplish early on in the season?
Well, I think, Kevin, there's so much player movement now. You've always got a lot of new guys. So, number one, you want to get everybody oriented into your system and the way that you do things. And then you're trying to figure out who are your best combinations on the floor, who starts, who comes off the bench, everybody's role. That takes time.
Oh, that's great insight.
Speedy move by Brown, using his velocity to get right where he wants to go.
Keefe passes to prime time, and he banks it home with one hand.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Here's Tatum. It's hauled in by Edwards.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open. Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. I spoke briefly with Chris Finch. Now, of course, I asked Coach what his plan was about defending Jason Tatum, and he said, I told our guys just to play smart, to play up on him, but not get baited into fouls, and try to get a hand in his face. That's a difficult challenge for any defense, so we'll see what happens tonight. Guys?
Thank you, David. Jacks up a three, and there's 3 points. The long-range shot is on target from primetime.
Mano y mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
Well, and as a fan of the game, you have to love these back-and-forth moments.
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Well, for someone who is mostly an off guard, Edwards puts up great assist.
Bounce pass from Tatum. Walker against Brown. Outside, White. Like at 6. Into the lane. The kick out to Brown. The 3. A rebound by the Timberwolves. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
Nothing is better than winning on the road in this league. It's so difficult. You savor every one of those.
And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. Let's pause to take a look at the teams that were tops in field goal percentage last season. The Timberwolves, number 1. Third spot, the Celtics.
The percentage each of these teams shot was just outstanding. I mean, that's a result of unselfishness and great offensive rhythm.
Timberwolves leading by 3. Now Walker, he had 10 points in the win against Phoenix. And it's prime time missing. Inside, will it go? And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Anthony Edwards. And Coach Derek White spent his first 4.5 seasons with the Spurs and Coach Greg Popovich, who did a lot to boost his confidence.
Yeah, Kevin, White was a late first-round pick. He's a humble guy, very hardworking. I don't even think he realized he could be this good.
So the Timberwolves called their first time out. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Boston.
And this is their first matchup against this team since they knocked them off in the NBA Finals. A quick check of the stats for Tatum. Great showing for him last season. Last season put up about 30 points a game, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists. And with his skill set on the offensive end, he is such a threat on the floor.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy that makes life easier for his teammates. He demands so much defensive attention.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. They trail by 1. Brown. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
And Brown drops them both.
And when you talk about Jaylen Brown, you have to bring up his two-way ability. He's a pure scorer who can also guard the opposing best wing. There aren't a lot of guys like Brown in the league.
Here's prime time. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Well, they just need to keep getting him the ball. He has been terrific this quarter.
Boston's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Pass to Brown. That's tipped, stolen by Walker. And now the Timberwolves on the break. And finished up by Walker.
When Jarris Walker stuffs it, we feel those pumps over here.
Celtics trail by 3. Up top, Brown. Guarded by Walker. From 12 feet out, Brown with the bucket. Brown's got 6.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look.
Back to Edwards. Sinks that one from the post.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
For Boston, they've gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Outside, White. It's deflected. That'll be Boston as it goes out of bounds. Celtics retain possession. Boston making a switch here. Holiday's checked in.
Drew Holiday.
Some solid defense here from prime time. Timberwolves leading by 3. Walker in the corner. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And let's look at the numbers for Anthony Edwards. Coming off a terrific season and a great touch around the rim. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And you know, back to his tremendous efficiency from 3 last year, top 10 in the league, he's truly a dead-eye shooter when it gets it going. Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Eubanks, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert, and it's McDaniels in for Walker. For Minnesota, they've gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace to their offense. Celtics trail by 3. From the line and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
Yeah, Holiday understands when to pick his spots on offense, especially when the mid-range opens up like this.
Here's prime time. Here's Eubanks. And the layup's good off the glass.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Now here's Brown. 6 points for him. And Holiday has it in the corner. Shot clock at 6. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
The thing everyone expects from Holiday is elite defense, but you see his IQ on display all over the floor. He's constantly making smart decisions on or off the ball.
Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Dillingham comes in for prime time. Just 2 to shoot. On the court for the Celtics. Second quarter underway. The guards are Pritchard and White. The post pair. Tatum and Porzingis. And it's Hauser in at the 3, the small forward. Timberwolves trail by 5. Passes to Primetime. Puts up a 3. Good on the triple. Primetime's got 15.
Number 19.
Boston shooting reasonably well, 45%. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin. Well, Primetime in the last game against the Suns was tremendous. He added 37 points, and he did a little bit of everything for them in that one, adding a triple-double in the process. Totals like that put him in rarefied company. A game for the ages. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Greg, it was obvious he was having a lot of fun out there. Tremendous victory.
I'll tell you, he may have been enjoying himself, but whoever was matched up against him certainly wasn't.
Yeah, well, winning is usually fun, especially when you have it going like he did.
Right the pass to Porzingis. Gobert with a defensive effort.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And there's Gobert putting it right back in. Gobert's got the lead up to 3 now for the Timberwolves.
That's just an excellent save by Gobert, grabbing that rebound and getting his team a second opportunity.
Tatum passes to Pritchard to stop the run. Rebound, Minnesota. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. They'll find themselves in the middle of this thing of 3 straight at home.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Now, a timeout call by Boston. Tough loss coming against New York in their last game play.
Yeah, a snowball effect in that one. One thing would go wrong, then another. Really, the story of the game.
Yeah, they just committed too many mistakes at both ends. But credit their opponent for being disruptive.
Mike Conley's checked in for California. Chris Boucher is checked in for the Celtics. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Outside Tatum. Pass to Boucher. Here's Pritchard. Scores for only the second time tonight. Now 2 for 6 from the field.
And with those points, he puts it into that 10-0 run by Minnesota.
Conley into the lane. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
Yeah, and they're shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
There's the pass to Boucher. Kicks it to White. Lets it go with a 3. Misses that one. He's made 1 and missed 2 this game so far. Outside Conley. Off with the layup.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
No one near Boucher as he lets it go. It's good from long range. Boucher's got himself going there. His first points of the game in the deep ball. Prime Time's shot is good. 19 points for Prime Time.
Well, he's the reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
White with it. Picked up by Edwards. The kick out to Tatum. And they call an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Conley the best Prime Time. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Celtics trail by 7. Pass to Boucher. To the inside, Tatum. Anthony Edwards with the rebound.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Prime Time the pass to Edwards. The Timberwolves working the ball around.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Porzingis passes to Pritchard. In the corner, Tatum with it. Over Edwards. Got that one, and the Minnesota lead has been cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Tatum.
Well, very few guys take advantage of space in the mid-range like Tatum. He's an assassin from that area.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. And Greg, you talk about toughness, the compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. Have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort. Everyone has to meet that level.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've been putting on a click in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And we'll be back with you shortly. There wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Really an incredible game from primetime.
Yeah, and I don't know if anybody saw this offense coming from him, but it's been key for his team.
Yeah, they've been calling his number a lot, and he's been rewarding their trust.
Primetime is out there with Anthony Edwards, and it's Rudy Gobert. Then it's Walker, and it's Keith, and it's the 4 spot. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half. Tatum looking around. Walker with the rebound. Walker's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Plus 8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control. And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Pritchard gets the bucket.
Look, Tatum draws so much attention. Someone's bound to be open.
Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
They are just killing them on the interior.
The Timberwolves have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. A free throw off from primetime. Celtics trail by 16. White dishes to Brown. White the pass to Brown. Tries it again. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Walker's got his 5th rebound in this one. Passes it to primetime. It's Edwards on the wing. Shoots over White. And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
Where doesn't Edwards score from? Even in the mid-range, he makes shots.
To the paint. Here's Brown. And finished off by Brown.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Pritchard. 6 points for him. Outside Tatum. No good from outside.
Yeah, those shots from him are certainly not helping their case.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Jaylen Brown has put it all together. He said, I'm figuring out my spots to be aggressive. That's in my DNA. But also showing how I've grown. Being a great screener, delivering passes on time, and on target. That's important to being a great teammate. I'm focused on being a better basketball player. Kevin?
Yeah, and he's a smart one too, right, David? He is something else. Outstanding stuff, DA, as always.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Celtics trail by 21 to the middle. It's stolen by Edwards. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
All right, a moment to check out stats for White. Last year, getting it done. Put up about 14 points per, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. Fantastic totals for him across the board. I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps rolling.
Yeah, and make no mistake, we're watching a special guy here, and his numbers only tell a fraction of the story.
Prime time, the pass to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Yeah, Gobert making good on the threat of his height and length, just hammering it down.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. And while we've got this moment here now, let's take a look at last season's leaders in converting turnovers into points. The Timberwolves, number 1.
Yeah, I mean, the best in the league at forcing those miscues and then capitalizing at the other end. Their defense led to their offense.
Here's Edwards. Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible. Wow, this is how explosive Edwards can be. He finishes with such force at the rim.
And that's life above the rim, courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Outside, Porzingis. Some nice ball movement here by the Celtics. And it's Brown missing.
Yeah, and he seems to have lost his rhythm all of a sudden. This has not been his quarter.
Prime time, the pass to Keith. Here's prime time from beyond the arc. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Strong work from him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Boston's got blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Here we are, Stan, seeing more and more great international players in the NBA. And you've had a chance to coach some of the good ones as well.
Well, yeah, look, Kevin, you're right about the league now. We see every year, it seems like, the MVP is an international player. I had Hito Turkoglu was a big part of what we did in Orlando.
Yes.
Was the most improved player in the league one year and a key part of our team that made it to the finals. 6'10", highly skilled, very versatile guy. There are great players coming from everywhere in the world.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
White drives in to stop the drought. Rejected by Walker.
An impactful defender. The young forward Walker is good at reading shooters and just stifling their offense.
Out to the right wing. Down low. Count the bucket coming up. A perfectly placed assist. Primetime's got 12 now in this quarter. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Minnesota?
Well, their shot blocking. The defensive effort level has been great. You got to love that intensity.
And they've also forced a lot of turnovers, capitalizing and turning those turnovers into points. Way to get after it. Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
A few opportunities so far at the free throw line. He's made one, he's missed 2.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Eubanks comes in for Gobert. And it's McDaniels in for Keith. Lebowski, he's checked in for the Celtics. Minnesota's gone into the three-point range 4 times in halftime and buried 2 of them. Here's Primetime. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Primetime's got 41.
Well, they wouldn't be in the position they're in without his contribution. He has tormented this defense tonight.
Outside, Porzingis. Pass to Pritchard. They need this. Sinks the triple. Pritchard's got 11 points.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
And as you know, in past years, Peyton Pritchard had always wanted a starting role. But now, more opportunity, and he has responded.
Yeah, Kevin, he's very competitive and certainly deserving of rotation minutes. He is just now entering his prime.
The shot misses. Great D that time from prime time. McDaniels in the post. Tatum on him. Can't hit that one. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. Here's White. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, look, if you're trying to slow down White, you first have to match his activity level.
He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots of the game right here.
Converted more than 4 out of every 5 free throw attempts last year, so just solid at the line.
First one falls for him.
Well, White is such a well-rounded player. He can run the offense, act as an off-ball threat, he sets screens, and he's an all-defensive team-level player. He checks a lot of boxes.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Dillingham's checked in for Walker, and it's Mike Conley in for primetime. Here's primetime. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. Then it's Holiday. Then there's Porzingis. And it's Pritchard in at the point. Gobert the pass to Primetime. Count it from 12. Primetime's got 46 points. And for the Celtics, they're shooting in this game 45%. Holiday with it. I've heard some talk about this idea, Stan. What do you think about adding a one-on-one tournament to the All-Star Weekend?
Wow, Kevin, I love that idea. And if you could get the better players to play, I think there would be some serious interest in that from fans and some great competition among the players.
We see it every night in the NBA, and that's what we all crave for, right? We want to see the biggest names against each other.
Yeah, every night we want to see the best players one-on-one against the other great players in the league.
60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Here's Tatum. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far. Substitutes come in for the Timberwolves. Primetime comes in for Aaron Holiday. The Celtics making a switch here. Here's Primetime.
Set up!
Launches it. They grab their own miss. Tries a 3. And another one falls. Amazing. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Outside Tatum. The kick out to Brown. Walker with some nice D.
In the second half, it seems like they've given him the green light. Might want to rethink that.
And just fast off the floor to challenge shots. Porzingis, this helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Inod's checked in. Celtics also with a sub. Springer's checked in. Here's Primetime. The Timberwolves again can hit.
Well, you can tell he's forcing things a bit at the moment. He's been trying to get it going, but this hasn't been his quarter. Yeah, it looks like he hit the reset button at halftime. Not sure if it was a mechanical issue, but he's looked much more confident offensively.
Inside. And the call on the shot sends into the line.
Third personal foul.
And a look now at the Boston Celtics upcoming schedule. On Monday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. And then on Wednesday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat.
And that game against the Warriors
That's going to be their 6th contest on the year. Fans will be curious to see how this team continues to form as the season goes on.
Something we're used to seeing here in the NBA, Coach. Retired players being critical of the younger generations. What's your assessment?
I think it's unfortunate, Kevin. I really do. I think the approach should more be from the retired players. They should have an appreciation of what they built and really enjoy the accomplishments of the current players. And then on the other hand, the current players need to look back and respect the foundation that those former players built for them.
The pass to primetime. Gobert trying to get it open. That one goes. Counted. Primetime's got 55.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Here's Pritchard. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Pritchard's got 11 in the second half. Minnesota's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Primetime. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. 57 points for Primetime.
Well, they have to be thrilled with how reliable he's been tonight.
And here is Brown. Keith grabs the miss. Keith's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Primetime, guarded by Tatum.
And this is what you like about his perimeter D. Never gave up and challenged the deep.
Yeah, and it's really hard to stay connected to shooters out there. And even harder to contest the shot without foul.
Here's Primetime. Timberwolves with a fresh shot clock. Goes up again. Here's Gobert. And at last, they get one to fall.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Here's Pritchard. Rebound, Minnesota.
And mark that one down right there. It's going to be a long time until we see him miss another one like that.
Pass to Primetime. In the league, trying to get a bit more competition in the All-Star game. Greg, you got any ideas there?
Well, cash prizes seem to work well for the in-season tournament. Even a little something might help up the ante just a bit.
You love how Tatum gets others involved. He doesn't want to do it all by himself out there.
Here's Primetime. Again, what an avalanche! 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Pritchard passes to Porzingis. Here's Springer. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. Eubanks. He's checked in for the Timberwolves. And a change for the Celtics. Chris Boucher's checked in for Jaylen Brown. And so Edwards will bring it up for the Timberwolves. Here's Primetime. Yet another bucket. That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
Here's Pritchard. Passes it to Porzingis. Buries it down low.
Well, for Porzingis, that's just easy money. I'd keep going to that until they stop it.
Out to the right wing. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Porzingis with the block. They retain possession. Now Tatum. And the league clearly focused on making regular season games matter. Greg, you think more steps are coming?
Well, let's give the league credit because they've left no stone unturned. The play-in, the in-season tournament, the 65 games rule, all implemented with that in mind.
5 to shoot. The shot by Pritchard, no good. The Timberwolves shooting at a 46% clip in the fourth quarter. On the wing, Holiday. Pass to DiVincenzo. Here's prime time. Off the mark there with a three-point shot. Boston is on 1 and 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Hauser, defended by DiVincenzo. Hauser the pass to Filipowski. The pass to Boucher. Here's Pritchard, shoots the three. Eubanks grabs the miss. Eubanks got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Holiday, the pass to prime time. That's tipped. Here we go with Holiday running it up the court. Here's Hauser. And that will be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with a foul.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
And landing zone fouls have been a part of the rule book for some time now, Coach. It's changed how shooters shoot.
No question, Kevin, and it's a good thing, I think. The NBA needs to protect the shooters. They're doing that. None of us wants injuries that could be prevented. We don't want to see the great shooters just come down and land on somebody's foot and miss 6 to 8 weeks.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. 1:39 left here in the fourth quarter. Gobert, the pass to prime time, makes it off the glass. 64 points for prime time.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Timberwolves.
As one-sided as it gets today, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for prime time.
Yeah, and I loved his attitude tonight. He really had that scorer's mentality. Absolutely no one was stopping him.
Here's Pritchard. Pass to Boucher. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Holiday gets the bucket.
Well, if you look at Holiday's three-point numbers, they're more than solid. It's an underrated part of his game.
Passes it to Gobert. He kicks it to Holiday. Here's prime time. And Pritchard pulls it down.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And that's what you have to do. Protect the house.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. With Stan Van Gundy, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks, on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.